The nurses were right on the spot constantly. But once she got into the private room, finally, Bob got there to visit about 4:30, and about 5:30, 6 o'clock, he says, hey, is she gonna get anything to eat today?
Welcome to the 5 p.m. January 9th Planning Commission meeting. Let's take the roll. Finish.
Mayor Gwynn,
Here.
Commissioner Shoemaker,
Here.
Commissioner Smith,
Here.
Commissioner Gable,
Here.
Commissioner Frings,
Here.
Commissioner Fleshner. Not here. And Commissioner Calhammer.
Here. All right. We have a quorum. Would anybody care to make a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll
Motion by Frings, second by Gable. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, agenda is approved. Are there any citizen comments? Next item, let's see, would anybody care to make a motion to approve the minutes of the December 12th, 22 meeting?
I will so move.
That's Collimer? Yep. All right. Motion by Collimer,
I'll second.
second by Frings. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Minutes are approved for the December 12th meeting. Item number 5, discuss to recommend a land division for the St. John's Evangelical Lutheran Church school site located in the city of Mayville and including parcel number 251, 1216, 2313, 093, 097, and 098.
So in your packets tonight, and actually I handed out more current CSM with some review comments on it, some technical review comments. This CSM is in conjunction with some discussion that you had at your November 14th meeting regarding some improvements for the St. John's Lutheran Church in school. The property, 2 parcels, both parcel number 97 and 98 are being combined with parcel number 93 as it was deeded over by Mr. William Mookie.
Monkey, yeah.
Yep. So we did do complete review, a technical review of the CSM. We have a few comments, as you can see, from what I had handed out. At this point in time, unless there's any other discussion, Kunkel Engineering would recommend approving the CSM with addressing our technical review comments.
So you're looking for a motion to approve the CSM subject to addressing the specific issues you put on red on the latest
That is correct.
item.
Do you have the calculations for the area based on what you asked for, or do you have those changes? Do you have the coordinates for the monument and the
Those will be provided, well, do we at Kunkel? Yeah, we know what they are. We
Okay.
are recommending them to place.
okay, so they're gonna be included, you're gonna be noted on the certified survey then?
Yes,
Okay. And the one about the sanitary sewer, okay. SS, you don't like SS, you want something more,
there's a storm sewer and a sanitary sewer
Okay.
that run through
So
that.
you want that.
area.
and the lot numbers, I'll make a motion in the name of the city clerk, you'll have to check back with us on that. Well, I guess now we can give her the name.
Yeah, I can, you can provide a name.
Right, I'll make a motion to, or did we already make the motion?
Motion has not been made.
I'll make a motion to approve it, subject to the changes.
I'll second it.
Alderman Smith had made the motion, Andy Shoemaker, Commissioner Andy Shoemaker has seconded. Is there any conversation or discussion? Why don't we go ahead and take the roll?
Mayor Gwynn,
Aye.
Commissioner Shoemaker,
Aye.
Commissioner Smith,
Aye.
Commissioner Gable,
Aye.
Commissioner Frings,
Aye.
Commissioner Colhammer,
Aye.
Motion passes. Item number 6, discuss with possible action the city's land lease for the 14.62 acres of farm field on the Tag Center property, just behind the Tag Center.
sure. So this particular item on your agenda tonight, is my understanding is that the current, leasee is looking at getting out of their agreement. And, with that being said, Coastal Engineering or Nick Chakowski, but normally here, had reached out to, I'm missing some notes here.
Is it Rick Fink?
Yep.
Yeah.
To Rick Fink. About possibly leasing that land or taking it over. I'll read real quick, that conversation that Nick had with him. He said that his brother and him would be interested in farming the 14.6 acres behind the Take Center. But he would like to discuss the price of farming that land and see if it could match up with his current lease that I understand that he has, within the industrial park. That's, being farmed by him at this point in time. That being said, I kind of looked through some of these documents, I guess, and also discuss this with Nick. My thought is we can definitely discuss it here. We thought at this point in time that this would probably be something, depending on what your decision is here tonight, that it should be probably taken to the finance committee.
What it goes normally, right? On there and it goes out for bid normally.
Yeah, I think that, the last time Mr. Fink came to city on this thing, it did come through the planning committee, right?
Are you leasing that now?
Industrial park.
Industrial park.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So,
But not the day center area. No, somebody else had it.
right, yeah, okay. So do you know what the per acre fee is or what the amount is per acre on the industrial park?
The current, per acre fee at the Take Center is $172
Yeah,
per acre, where at the industrial park, it's $136 per
okay.
acre.
So I guess the question before the planning commission, I mean, two questions are, would anybody like to entertain or make the motion to allow the current less fee to get out of his current lease for the land behind the Tag Center? That's question number one. And question number two is there's a $36 difference per acre. Do we want to just forgive that altogether? Do you want to have him buy out the difference?
I don't know if we can legally do any of that.
Okay,
Here,
That's what his contract says.
first of all, Mr. Fink's land, some of it's compromised, he's got all kinds of. That went through the planning commission because there are stages of, he's anticipating. Being forced out of certain parts as we develop the Tag Center, so there are. Dunages on there to bring his rent down depending on which part he has to give up. I mean,
industrial
park.
right. And so his farming is shrinking. But that land is probably, he will probably agree that it is probably a little less quality than the stuff around the Tag Center. I don't know if it's $36 left.
yeah,
But either way, even if we decide, because we're such geniuses here, that it's a good idea for the city, it would still have to go through the council and maybe an attorney, because technically, the guy who leased it for $172 is obligated for that. He could give him $36 back if he wants to, assign his lease to him.
Yeah.
But I think the first question is, should we allow the other guy to be forgiven on his farmland? We've got, did anybody read the contract? He's got to, what does he have to do to get out of it?
Because how long is this contract?
3 years.
3 years.
One more year left over there.
No, I think he just,
He's got 2 more.
Did you just read what?
no, it was renewed last spring, so it's 2 more.
Oh, okay. I didn't have 10 more years. 2 years.
Does he want to get out of it? Is that the story?
The yours is 5 years, isn't it? What's left in 5 years?
Well,
Who's leasing it?
my industrial park lease was more of a formal lease with a lawyer, whereas I'm assuming that
That's
Jake's
the
got
agreement, yeah.
just the agreement between the, like I had originally.
I mean, I would love to go get this done without going through the bid process, advertising, all that craziness. I rent farmland. We're getting we're getting a decent amount for both of them, actually. Would you say the land around the tech center is better than the land you're leasing?
I talked to the guy who combined it, and he said, you know, in a wet year, it's really wet around the edges, and you could see it in some spots, and and there's more hazards, because I guess there's 2 or 3 manhole covers in the middle of the field.
Oh. Plus it's smaller, so it's gotta be a little.
Right, and there are 2 trees out there for some reason in the middle of it for islands.
But if
Maybe.
it does it connect to what you got now?
No,
No,
no.
not at all.
That's why I really didn't look at it too closely, though. Initial, Jake definitely wanted it then.
How would you even get at that area?
Actually, that was going to be one of my questions. How do you access that land? They must get into it somehow.
Well, whoever owned it also leased the.
No, he got in somewhere, either through the Tag Center parking lot or.
I know once I went through and I saw lots of dirt on the
Right.
driveway, but that was years ago, like, they just brought the tractor through on the road, but they could have changed that since. But that was many years ago where I saw
Part of it
that.
is actually on the other side of the ditch.
No,
Oh,
it's
not
all
that
on,
part? Oh.
it's all on this side.
Between the ditch and the pigs and.
Okay, well, but I thought there was a piece between the ditch and the hoses on Mary
No, that's
Creek.
still owned by,
Oh, we
to
transferred
the
that
east.
property.
to the east there, right?
Did a homeowner.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, all right.
So I think we need to ask the guy who's running it now what his plans are, if he wants to be forgiven.
Well, it's
We could also
reading
find
the
out how the
current
heck,
lease
he
for
gets-
the
he
tax
gets
center
access.
land.
Yeah.
There's a provision that says basically he can't assign the lease without written consent of the landlord, and I guess the landlord would be the city.
Right.
Right, so would maybe the shortest path would be to allow him to assign the lease.
It's up to him to find somebody to take it over,
Right,
and if he can't, he's gonna have to pay the difference or.
We have one team to do it. Yeah, you have to sign it.
right, have him assign the lease, bring it to the council for approval.
And,
Landlord has right of approval.
Yep.
Or disapproval.
Yep,
right, but then we can also find out from him how he accesses it,
yep.
if he's got a.
Yeah.
He's
How do you get in there?
I went and looked at it today and I forgot to go to the west to see if, because there's a small part that goes to the road. I don't know if he was getting in there, because I didn't see any
On
tracks.
top of the hill there?
Just over the hill. Right?
Oh, okay.
I forgot to go that way. I had the kids along, so. They were ready to go home.
It's called Millbox Grove or whatever.
Yeah.
There could be.
Yeah, it could, that's what they might be doing now. I know years ago I had seen that. Like,
Because I think when it originally was up 4 or 5 years ago, when all of it was up, I remember seeing tracks across the parking lot into the field. Whoever had it before went that way. But today, that's where I parked to go walk the edge, and I didn't see it.
Whatever you do, so it hasn't been.
I do have a Parks question about this property.
Mhm.
The potential shed building, whatever is looking at being built is not gonna be touching
Wouldn't be
any of that
touching.
farmland, right?
It doesn't.
Yeah, it's all just that green grass
Yeah,
area.
that's
I just
not-
wanted to make
It's
sure.
not the farmland.
I didn't think any of it was gonna
Yeah.
actually touch it.
So I guess, the gentleman who's leasing it now, if he wants to reach out to Nick. And, we'll have the engineer deliver the message that, we would entertain potentially subletting. We could potentially sublet.
Okay.
And then the terms would be subject to the approval of the, council.
So you can tell me.
Can we hold them?
$100.
We can hold them responsible for the 2 years that are left.
Oh, sure.
One's up.
Our contract.
Yeah, you might have to.
sign the lease.
So unless there's any further discussion,
Great. Adjacent to that is also the community gardens.
Right.
That's.
I don't think they're doing it out there. I don't think.
Oh,
they're doing it.
that's on the,
But that's also on the lawn part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's in the main part of it.
is that actually still happening this year?
No, they haven't done it last couple of years, or a few years, I think.
No.
That answers that.
I didn't notice it walking across the lawn.
A few times they got in there through where the dog park is now. They drove in there a couple times with some of their stuff.
We need a motion.
So I don't think there's a motion. I would just say have Nick reach out to the lessee and,
Yep.
okay,
See what he wants to do.
yep. So with that,
I'll make a
Well, I
motion.
guess, just one more question. Rick, did they come to you or how did you?
Nick called me.
yeah, Nick.
Oh, Nick,
The mayor and I.
Nick contacted me or contacted City Hall. A couple emails went out. Rick's came to mind, right? Rick's name came to mind and we kind of put them together.
Okay.
So,
The easiest
So we-
solution would have been if they're both paying about the same and he wanted it, we just. You know, wait till the next time we put it up for
right,
bid, but. It might be too far apart for them.
yeah. So with that, I think I heard Mr.
Now, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Made a motion to adjourn,
Second.
second by Colomer. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Have a good evening.
Rick, we'd be interested in finding out if you figure out how he gets in there.
Well, he's got it, because Oxner got in and out of there somehow.
it won't be a problem. You just pick that by hand.
I know.
Well, of course, I drove there and the first thing I see is a big boulder in the middle of the field about this big.
Well, you can always take it out if you want.
Roll that next to the tree.
trees.
Is there
I'm just gonna say, I
something
think
with that tree there? That oak tree that's?
I don't know.
Nobody ever took it out, maybe. Unless there's something, another manhole there or something.
I was wondering how he handles that fellowship part where you have to make trips to do, when you can't, you know what I mean?
Or is
Yeah,
that,
they're hard to combine, you have to, the part that's closest to the dog park, it looks like you can't go there and back again, you have to,
oh,
you know what I mean?
What would you plant there this year, don't you know yet?
looked like it was beans, so probably corn. If they're rotating.
How many row picker do you have?
6.
Yeah, it was a waste of one.
Yeah, I said Jeff gets in and out of there, so I should be able to get in and out of there.
Tell me you'll sublease it from for 120 and he has to pay the extra.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with some of the people are out of money.
That's what I mean.
Great. You drive down there.
We'll be glad to rent it, or you can come figure out. a way.
Yeah, I don't know whether this year is why. Yeah.
City gets like $50 more an acre than I get. $70 more an acre for that eggs under land.
Oh.
Sounds like I'm too cheap.
I guess you didn't know.
Another,
Go.
another
Take off my
the Pink family.
Take off my cousin and approach you.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that's me.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I said I make more money all in than farming.
Oh, I'm probably.
Guaranteed.
Did
Guaranteed.
you say it's been a while since you had Mayville?
Yeah, I make it here every once in a while.
Good, so how are you related?
I did that, that's a design.
That's my dad.
That is your, okay.
Oh, sure.
And that was when we.
Everybody's dying, yeah.
He's done off the school board after April.
Did-
That's always been your son.
You push me for another one. He talked Randy birthday,
Oh, there we go.
So the memorials that they want to shoot.
You know, when Vern used to be here.
Oh, sure.
Let's go then.
Yeah, appreciate you coming in today.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you and his brother.
I was working.
That's what I, well, on, yes.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I used to go about the group all the time.
Yeah.
Kids won't let me in there.
Yes. Let's hope it's not mine, you're going.
That's the one that goes.
For everything else, I didn't know how you felt.
All right, I gotta go home and eat dinner, so I can get back here.
Now we got a meeting tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Next week,
Hey.
Good night.
next week is taking Richard.
Oh, okay.
So he'll come in your mom, get out and walk.
Mhm.
The last one.
Anything planned on the industrial park this year, other than that little bit of ground that got moved so far?
Just that little bit of ground that got moved so far, that's it, it's not, it's gonna move real quickly up there.
Oh, all of a sudden, like, boom, they were. Cause I think I called you one day,
Yeah.
and then like 2 days later, I drove through, I'm like, well, I guess I got my answer. All of a sudden, like, well, I just drive, I'm like, what looks different here? I just,
They moved,
well, it was before they were moving ground, I just drove, I'm like, what is up? What is, and then I realized, oh, the trees are all gone.
yeah, they really moved a lot, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been up there, I need to go up there,
oh, that's what I was gonna, who's in charge of the public works?
but, Jack Hurst,
Okay,
yep.
should talk
You
to
need
him.
help with something there?
Oh, I see they dumped all the leaves on that lower field. I would take them and spread them on the field.
Shoot, let him know, 'cause-
Yeah. I thought of it, and then when I came back and thought of it again, they were already pushed into that field. I'm like, oh. Dump them
Yeah,
up in
let
that
Jack
field.
know, he'd totally do something, work something out with you.
Yeah, Mike.
Let's see here. We got this new, broadcast capability.
Podcasted?
Yeah, we put it out on YouTube,
Oh, okay.
so. Yeah,
Okay, they're just on the planning commission. I thought, boy, the board really turned over.
let's see here, edit video.
That looks like I'm really good.
So,
Yeah, when it comes closer to spring, or do we have to do something for setting acres? I thought if nothing's gonna get changed, I don't think we had to.
I don't think anything's gonna change. But as usual, if you have any questions or anything, just reach out to Nick. or
Well,
get
then
in
when I
touch
get
with me.
closer to spring, I'll ask about that lower field again,
Yeah,
like what I ran this year.
for sure.
If
Yeah.
nothing's planned,
Yep,
throw something in there.
yep, works, that works.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
well, first they sent an invoice, I'm like, well, actually, the contract, I already paid that in March, and then I brought the check for the, well, you said you paid this in March, so this is the other land. Oh, okay, we'll take more money.
yeah, we'll take, definitely take more money.
'Cause, yeah, they're like, well, you said you paid this in March. I'm like, well, that was that officially contracted land. So.
Right, right.
So. Okay,
Cool. Well, good seeing you.
anything else exciting? happening in the
No,
city?
you know what? We've got a new clerk and a new comptroller treasurer coming on board, so. We're just kind of all hands on deck, getting ready for new.
Any progress on that land on Bird Road? Are they gonna, has that developer disappeared or
Which road?
Bird Road and TW, like across from west of Shopko?
Haven't had anything new come up lately on that.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing on that. They were gonna, I think that was that storage development, like,
Oh, they wanted multifamily and storage.
that's what it was. Yeah, that's just, they're just sitting on the land now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, cause that was all the fight when I first was coming for. It was interesting listening to all that.
yeah, I can imagine.
Then I see it sitting there in weeds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looks like good land, but
Yeah,
yeah. So,
well, that was right before COVID was when they.
right, yeah, it was right before. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Another meeting tonight?
Tonight, I hope it's not gonna be too long, but you never know. 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock is pretty much standard.
Was that just a regular council meeting?
It's just a regular council meeting. Yeah, hopefully, you know, again, I don't want to jinx myself, but hopefully the agenda, it doesn't look like to be a real big agenda. So.
Okay.
All right, we'll see ya.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.